Okay, welcome to today's lesson. This is Mr. Chama from Learning Center Zambia, and today we are going to look at measurement of length. Now, for measurement of length, what we're basically going to look at today is measurement of length using two apparatus, which is the vernier calipers and the micrometer screw gauge. So, as we know, to measure length, we mostly use the meter rule or the tape measure. So there comes a time where we want to measure small lengths, and in such times, this is where now we come to the vernier calipers. Now this vernier caliper can measure lengths up to an accuracy of 0.1 millimeter. From the device which we are seeing here, you are able to say that this device is able to measure the internal and external diameter of hollow objects. So you're able to put in a hollow object and it will measure its diameter, both the internal and the external diameter. From that, you can even measure the thickness of the walls of that particular object. Though I won't get into the specs of the details of the working principle of these calipers, you're able to see I've got the inside jaws and the outside jaws with the vernier scale which is able to move and the fixed main scale. Today I won't look into the details of this, but let's look at how to calculate it, the measurement, how this thing works. So we have an example here. And from the example we have been told to find the reading of this vernier calipers. So in most of the exam questions, they may not bring the form vernier calipers, but instead they'll only bring a portion of these calipers. So it will be now up to us to decide if it is a vernier calipers or it is a micrometer screw gauge. So this top part portion is the main scale. This is the vernier scale. So to measure the reading of this instrument, what we do is we say, from here what we do is say main scale we find the reading of the main scale. In this case, which is the main scale reading, we get the reading where the main scale joins, where the last digit before the starting of the vernier scale. The main scale is ending here. We'll see it is being joined by the vernier scale. So the last reading here is one which we get. In this case, 5.2, 5.4. So in this case, these are in centimeters. We shall have 5.4 centimeters. We get the reading of the vernier scale. To get the reading of the vernier scale, what do? We look at where the main scale and the vernier scale, where the unit which it connects. So we're able to see it is from here. From here we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we say 6 centimeters. Since this is as accurate as 0.1 millimeters, we shall multiply this times 0.01, because we're not in millimeters, we are in centimeters. So if you multiply 6 times 0.1, we're able to get we're multiplying 6 times 0.01, which we're able to get 0.06 centimeters. Then from here, to find the reading, we simply add the main scale plus the vernier scale. So in this case, which is equals to 5.4 centimeters plus 0.06 centimeters. So in our case, our vernier calipers is reading 5.46 centimeters. As simple as drinking water. We have another example here. In this case, it's straightforward. It is in millimeters. We have got the main scale. We also have the vernier scale. So in this case, what we simply do is that where the main scale ends, join in the vernier scale, which is 4 millimeters. So we say main scale is equals to 4 millimeters. Then we go to the vernier scale where it is connecting the main scale and the vernier scale, which is equals to 5 millimeters times, since we are in millimeters, we just simply say 0.1, which will give us 0.5 millimeters. So we simply say reading, and then we can add 4 millimeters plus 0.5 millimeters, which is equals to 4.5 millimeters. So regardless of what instruments the measurements, if you're able to get the main scale where this is joining the vernier scale, and then you get the vernier scale where the measurement joins the main scale, you will be able to see that you multiply this times 0.1, and then you just add these corresponding values, and you'll be able to get the reading of a vernier calipers regardless of what is being measured. So what matters is that it doesn't matter whether you're measuring the external or the internal of a cylinder, but what you are simply measuring here is using the vernier calipers. The formulas are the same. Sometimes, as we saw, it might have been in millimeters, sometimes in centimeters, but it is on you now to convert to which measurement you want to use. So from the vernier calipers, we can go to a micrometer screw gauge. So if you're measuring, so what is a micrometer screw gauge? This is simply a device which can measure up to the accuracy of 0.01 millimeters. Let me just briefly show you how a micrometer screw gauge looks like. I don't have the physical one, but let me see what I have which I can show you. We have there is our vernier calipers, micrometer screw gauge, sorry, and from there we can make the reading, but we can identify some parts there, though today our interest is not the parts. So when you put your object in the middle there, you shall be able to see that the ratchet will be used for screwing the thimble scale or move as it is being screwed. So from those numbers we can able to make a calculation on the reading of this instrument, which we're about to do right now. So since having known what a micrometer screw gauge is and how it works, so we can able to make the calculations. For example, if we were to find the reading, like I left out there, if we were to find the reading, it would be as equally as simple as drinking water. So able to see is that, as we saw, we have got this one is the main scale, then we have this one as the sleeve scale. Forgive my handwriting. So now to get the main scale reading, which I denote by MS, the same applies. You just go the last measurement before you join the sleeve scale. So in this case, which is 6, we have got 5.2, 0.4. So here to be 6.2, 6.4. So I've got 6.4 millimeters. So we shall have 6.4 millimeters. Then we also have the sleeve scale, which I'll denote by SS. So this sleeve scale, you get the measurements where it is joining the main scale. So in this case, it is at 10, so which is 10 millimeters. So since this is accurate to 0.01 millimeters, which is more accurate than a vernier caliper, so it can measure even shorter and smaller distances, or multiply by 0.01 millimeters. So in this case, which will give us, so this is supposed to give us, if I multiply, I know some of you already know the answer, 10 times 0.01, which will give us 0.1 millimeters. Since we have the main scale, so to find the reading of this device, you simply say reading is equals to, you add these figures from the main scale and from the sleeve scale, which is 6.4 millimeters times 0.1 millimeters. Oh, sorry, adding plus 0.1. So which is, if we add, 6.4 plus 0.1, which is equals to 6.5 millimeters, which is equals to 0.6.5 millimeters. So just like that, you are able to find the reading of this device. So I encourage you to find many examples as you can, just to practice on your own. But otherwise, it is simple. Should a question come in an examination, or you're supposed to do it practically, the procedure is just here, and I hope you found it helpful. So this is Learning Center Zambia, and we will be offering these tutorials from time to time when we find time. However, I encourage you to join our online tuitions, which are very intensive, and will be able to teach you. Even through this pandemic, we'll be able to teach you on topics you are behind on school. We have got a very committed staff which will be able to help you every step of the way. Even then, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and keep watching, as we each and every day we upload a lesson or two on various subjects and various topics. Thank you. This has been Mr. Cham.